Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube, and we're going to continue with our 1977 New York Metropolitan replay using Action PC Baseball, as we played with as-played transactions and rosters. We come up with our own lineups and pitching rotations. Well, we've matched the Metropolitan 64 win total, and we're stuck on it. We're 64 and 61, looking for that elusive win number 65, and we're in Cincinnati at Riverfront Stadium. Time Machine Retro Play, August 24th, 82 degrees, clear skies, winds 15 miles per hour, in from left. Can we get win number 65 against the Cincinnati Reds? We shall see. The Reds are 67 and 59. The Mets 64 and 61, third place, 14 games behind the Philadelphia Phillies. For the Metropolitans, the starting lineup: Lenny Randall's at third. He'll bat first. Bruce Beauclair's in left. He'll bat second. Jerry Grody does the catching, batting third. In right field, batting fourth, Mike Vail. In center field, batting fifth, Lee Mazzilli. Ed Kranepool's at first. He'll bat sixth. Batting seventh, the switch-hitting shortstop, Bud Harrelson, who is no friend of Pete Rose. He kicked his ass in 1973 in the National League pennant at second base, when Rose went hard into second and got pummeled by Bud Harrelson. Batting eighth, playing second base, former Cincinnati Red, Doug Flynn, acquired as part of the trade for Tom Seaver. And on the mound, batting ninth for the Metropolitans, Craig Swan. For the Cincinnati Reds, trying to get a groove on, Pete Rose will lead things off and play third base. Joe Morgan's at second and will bat second. Ken Griffey Sr. is in right, and will bat third. The cleanup hitter, speak softly, carry a big boomstick, George Foster. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Johnny Bench. Batting sixth, Bob Bailey. Oh God, he'll be playing for the Red Sox in '78, and he'll be at first base. Davey Concepcion is at short, batting seventh. In center field, batting eighth, Cesar Geronimo, and batting ninth, the left-handed thrower, Doug Capella. And Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. At the ballpark, we have Todd B. How you doing? Jake Cruz. As he says, now you're trying to beat my Reds. A glutton for punishment. That's from Jake Cruz. Robbie Wartburg. So check out Robbie's channel. And thank you for being in the chat, you fine gents. So here comes Lenny Randall, batting .366 in the replay, 2 homers, 20 ribbies. Capella fields his position pretty well. And we're going to take, here's the pitch from Capella. Ball inside corner. Bench pounds the mitt, sets the target. Randall to take again. And there's a strike. 1-1 count. Randall puts the bat to his cleats. Now steps back in his batter's box. Switch hitter batting righty. So you got Johnny Bench behind the plate. 10 defensive range, 8 arm. Bailey's a 2 at first. Not much range at all. In fact, god-awful. Joe Morgan's a 10 at second, along with Concepcion. They're both 10s, very strong up the middle of the Cincinnati Reds. And Pete Rose is a 3 at third. In left, George Foster's 4 range, 5 arm. In center, Cesar Geronimo, tremendous range, 10 range with a 6 arm. And Ken Griffey Sr., 7 range, 8 arm. So it's a 1-1 count to Lenny Randall. Capella's ready. He rocks and deals. Randall walks. Good job, Lenny Randall. Lead-off walk. Todd B. No, the hitting streak ended a while back at 41. I gotta go check. I actually lost the hit streak offline because I was up late one night and I wanted to play. Yeah, the hit streak was in the early 40s. I think it was 41 games or 40. Randall's at first, Bailey holding him on. Dave Gardner's at the ballpark. Remember, check out Dave Gardner's channel on YouTube, and also Digital to Dice and HockeyTournaments.com for all your hockey needs in the state of Massachusetts, in New England, the East Coast, the United States, North America, and worldwide. HockeyTournaments.com. Our good friend Dave Gardner. As he says, let's go Reds. Todd B says, let's go Mets. So here's Bruce Beauclair. He has an 8-game hitting streak, and he's batting .382. As he's challenging for the batting title. 6 homers, 37 ribbies. 9 out of 10 bunter, 4 out of 10 hit and run. On deck, Jerry Grody. Here's the sack bunt. They throw over. Randall dives back safely. As Capella keeping an eye on Lenny Randall. Bench sets the target. Again, sack bunt. Beauclair puts a good one down. Capella fields it. His only plays to first. And Morgan's covering on the wheel play. 1 out. And Randall moves over to second. Here's Jerry Grody doing the catching, batting .338. No homers, 19 ribbies. Randall's at second. Capella peeks over his shoulder. The windup and the pitch to Grody. And Grody grounds it back to Capella, who throws to Bailey. And Randall stays put at second. So 2 outs. Randall will be off on contact. And what happened there? Randall went to third. So Randall went to third and the ball hit back to Capella. So that was a gutsy move by Randall. And now a base hit by Grody or by Vail or a wild pitch will score. Randall at third. Mike Vail, .339, 10 homers, 30 ribbies. Bench sets the target. The pitch to Mikey Vail. And he swing and a miss. Strike 3. They strand Randall at third. Bottom of the first. Rose, Morgan, and Griffey up for the Reds. Jerry Grody's behind the plate for the Metropolitans. 4 range, 6 arm. Swan fields his position on the mound at a 7 like Capella. Cranepool's a 5 at first. Flynn's a 6 at second. Harrelson's a 4 at short. And Randall's a 5 at third. Beauclair getting a rare start in left as Steve Henderson just stinks. I don't care if he's batting .300. He stinks. He never gets a big hit. So Beauclair, normally the right fielder, is in left, 3 range, 4 arm. Mazzilli's a 6 and a 6 range and arm. And Mike Vail, who predominantly plays against left-handed pitching, a 7 range, 8 arm. Here's Pete Rose batting .287, 5 homers and 50 ribbies. The pitch from Swan to Rose. Ground ball right side and through past the lunge of Flynn. Vail fields it and throws it back in. So Rose with a leadoff single, Cranepool holding him on. And that brings up Joe Morgan batting .256, 13 homers and 60 ribbies. Swan throws over. Rose just gets back. Quick slap tag by Cranepool. Swan again peeks to first. Now picks up the sign from Grody. He rocks and deals to Morgan. Ground ball to Harrelson. Harrelson only plays to first. Bang, bang play. Did they get Morgan? Good stretch. Safe! Oh, my God. Oh, boy. First and second, we don't get any out. That's an infield hit by Morgan. And here comes Ken Griffey Sr. As Todd B said, my 1977 Mets replay I did years ago lost well over 100 games. All right, here's Griffey. No outs, 2 on. The pitch to Griffey. And that ball is hit to left. Beauclair on the move, and he makes the catch. Rose goes back. Will he tag? And he will. But Beauclair will throw. He's supposed to throw to the cutoff, but he threw to third. And Rose is in there safely, and Morgan does not advance, thank God. Fans clapping it up here for Big George Foster. Speak softly, carry a big boomstick. Double play gets him out of the inning. Bench on deck. Foster batting .311, 37 homers, 108 ribbies. Grody sets the target. The pitch to Foster. That's a base hit to left. Rose scores. Morgan will hold at second. So 1-0. George Foster knocks in his 109th run. First and second, 1-0 Reds, 1 out. Here's Johnny Bench, .297, 29 homers, 108 ribbies. Todd B says Craig Swan stole Kingman's mustache. Here's the pitch to Johnny. And he walks. Oh, come on, Craig. Bases juiced. And Bob Bailey. Bob Bailey batting .220. 2 homers and 4 ribbies. We need a double play ball. Concepcion on deck. Morgan at third. Foster at second. Bench at first. No place to put Bailey. Grody pounds the mitt. Sets the target, imploring Swan to hit it. He rocks and deals to Bailey. Ground ball to Harrelson. Harrelson. To Flynn. Come on, turn it. To Cranepool. Does Bailey beat it out? Yes, you son of a gun. So Bailey beats it out. 2-0 Reds. And Bailey picks up an RBI. Mets defense has not been stellar this inning. So 2-0. Foster at third. Bailey at first. Concepcion at the plate. Davey Concepcion, smooth fielding shortstop. 249, 5 homers, 43 ribbies. Geronimo on deck. The pitch to Davey. And it's popped up left side. Harrelson on the outfield turf, waving his arms. Makes the catch, and the side is retired, but the Reds score 2. Robbie Wertberg gives an update of the game. He's playing in 4th Street Baseball. Bottom of the third, California 6, Minnesota 1. What year, Robbie? Here's Lee Mazzilli. Mazzilli batting .273, 4 homers, 43 ribbies. He's going to go for the drag bunt on the turf. It's a pretty good one. Capella fields his position well, fires to Morgan, and that's out number 1. So Mazzilli is out. 1 out, no one on for Eddie Cranepool. 323, 12 homers, 79 ribbies. The pitch to Cranepool. Cranepool sends that ball. Center field. Geronimo moving to his right. Makes the catch. 2 down. Base is empty for Bud Harrelson. Harrelson drag bunt. And Bench lets it go foul. Smartly so. 1982. Okay. Brandon Lackey looking for Ed Luther in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Counts 0-2 on Bud Harrelson. Switch hitter batting right. He chokes up on the bat. Bench goes through the signs. Capella nods his head. He rocks and deals to Bud Harrelson. And he walks. So Bud Harrelson does a good job. Works a walk. And here comes Punch and Judy hitter Doug Flynn, former Cincinnati Red, batting .178, no homers, 28 ribbies. Swan on deck. Harrelson being held on at first by Bailey. The pitch to Flynn. Ball gets away from Bench. Harrelson has a decision. He's going to go. 72% chance. Johnny throws down. And, of course, Bud Harrelson is out on the 72% chance. As Concepcion applies the tag. 72% chance of being safe. And Bench throws him out. So the Mets are done in the top of the second. To the chagrin of Mets fans all around the country. We go to the bottom of the second, due up for the Reds, Geronimo, Capella, and Rose. Reds have a 2-0 lead. Here's Cesar Geronimo. He patrols center field for Cincinnati. Was on both World Series teams, 75 and 76. And I believe actually was on all the World Series teams in the 70s. 311, 12 homers, 43 ribbies. Left-handed batter. Swan has to settle in now. Grody sets a target to pitch to Cesar Geronimo. And that's a base hit down the right field line. Vale gets to it and fires it back in. Cranepool couldn't make the play on the dive. Craving says, I am currently playing the 1941 season, managing the Yankees with Action PC. Very cool. Is this an out of the ballpark? Yes, it's out of the ballpark. I use their stadium. I like their stadiums better. As Robbie Wartberg says, I think Ed Luther is pitching for Minnesota. It's 11-1 right now. Brandon Lackey says, just started 1982 Angels replay using Action PC. Started off 10-2. See how much longer before I blow it. Robbie Wartberg says, just don't let Ed Luther pitch. Back to the ballgame. Here's Capella. The pitch to Capella. He's probably bunting. He does. Grody has it. Throws to first. Flynn steps on the bag. Out number 1. Geronimo advances to third. 1 out. Pete Rose comes to the plate. He has a chance to knock in his 51st ribby. Morgan on deck. They're going to go aggressive to Rose. Fly ball to Mazzilli. Mazzilli moving to his right. Sets up to throw home. Come on, Lee. Fires it home. We got him. Oh, he just slides in safe. Mazzilli set himself up nicely, had his momentum coming towards the plate, but sliding in safely is Geronimo. 3-0 Reds. It looks like we're never going to get our 65th win. And here comes Morgan. He's 1 for 1. 2 outs, base is empty. The pitch to little Joe Morgan. And he strikes out. Top of the third, 3-0 Reds. Capella back up on the bump. It will be Flynn, Swan, and Lenny Randall. Here's the pitch to Dougie Flynn. Oh, inside corner, strike. It says outside corner, looked like inside corner to me. Flynn didn't like the call. No balls, 1 strike. Flynn chokes up on that bat. Bench waves the magic fingers, pitch homeward bound. Flynn, base hit to center as it speeds up on that turf. So Flynn's at first. Swan will drop down the sac bunt. It's a good one. Capella fields it. His only plays the first. Morgan steps on the bag. On the wheel play. 1 out, but Flynn's in scoring position. Top of the order, Lenny Randall. Randall walked his first time up. Let's see what Lenny can do here. He's going to take. Capella fires the pitch in. Ball 1. He'll take again. Ball 2. Randall looks down to the third base coach. Back in the box. Capella rocks and deals. Randall taking all the way. Ball 3. Randall puts the bat on his shoulder. Strike 1. 3-1 count. Hitters count. Flynn takes a slight lead from second. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Randall. Base hit right side. Flynn hits third base and will hold. Only a 49% chance of scoring. So first and third as that ball got by Bailey into right. And here comes Bruce Beauclair. 8-game hitting streak. Beauclair had a sacrifice bunt. Mets have an opportunity to put some runners here on the board. Here's the pitch to Beauclair. And that is a blooper to left. Flynn scores. Randall will hold at second, and Bruce Beauclair knocks in the first Metropolitan run. Here go the go-go Metropolitan. So Randall's at second. Beauclair's at first. And here's Jerry Grody. Grody's 0 for 1. Grounded back to the pitcher. Grody takes. Ball 1. Inside corner. Going hit and run. First and second, 1 out. There go the runners. Grody swings, base hit to left. Randall will race around and score from second. And Beauclair goes first to third. Go Metropolitan baseball. It's 3-2. So Beauclair is at third. Grody is at first. And here comes Mikey Vale. He's 0 for 1. We need a bippity-boppity boom to the moon, Alice. He struck out in his first time up. Can he tie the game up here? 3-2 Reds. Bench imploring Capella to hit the target. Capella arms down to his chest. He kicks and deals. Vale, fly ball. Griffey on the move. Toward his left. He makes the catch. Beauclair is tagging and he scores. It is a 3-3 ball game as the throw goes into Morgan at second. With 2 outs, Grody represents the go-ahead run at first. This is go Metropolitan baseball, folks. And here's Lee Mazzilli. He failed his first time up with a bunt base hit attempt. He's 0 for 1. The pitch to movie star handsome Lee Mazzilli. And Mazzilli grounds it to Concepcion. Concepcion throws to Bailey, and the side is retired. But the Mets plate 3. We go to the bottom of the third, knotted at 3. So Swan gets a reprieve from the governor. And he'll deal with Griffey, Foster, and Bench. Griffey is 0 for 1. Going a pitch around. Griffey does not expand the zone. He walks. We wanted to see if he expands the zone. And here's Foster. Foster's 1 for 1. He knocked in a run. Gave the Reds a then 1-0 lead. They throw over. Does Griffey get back? He just barely does. Swan again peeks to first. Now looks in at Grody. The windup and the pitch to Foster, looking for the double play ball, and he pops it up. Foster fooled badly on the breaking pitch. Harrelson, shortstop, outfield turf, makes the catch, 1 down. And here's Johnny Bench. Bench walked his first time up. Double play ball gets the Metropolitans out of this inning and keeps it a 3-3 ball game. Bailey on deck. Swan throws over to first again. Safe. Grody wiggles the fingers, sets the target, the pitch to his counterpart, Johnny Bench. And that's a shot ripped down the left field line. Beauclair goes, chases it down in the corner. And the throw into second. And safe. So the dive by Randall is inept, and it goes into the corner for a double. Second and third, one away, and here comes Bob Bailey. Bailey beat out a double play ball, so he got an RBI on the fielder's choice. On deck is Davey Concepcion. The pitch to Bailey. Fly ball, right field. Vale on the run, in the corner, reaching out, makes the catch. He pivots and fires into the cutoff man. And the Reds retake the lead on the sac fly by Bailey, who's now knocked in 2 runs for the Reds. It's 4-3. Davey Concepcion steps to the plate. Davey's 0 for 1. Bench at second, Geronimo on deck. Swan has given up a 4th run. Rubs up the baseball. He's back up on the bump. He rocks and deals to Concepcion. And he walked him. Swan is not long for this game, that's for sure. So 2 outs, 2 on, 4-3. Reds, they will intentionally walk Geronimo. They'll load the bases, take their chances with Capella. They'll pitch aggressive to Capella, and he strikes him out. Side is retired, but the Reds plate another. They've scored every inning so far. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the third. We go to the top of the fourth. 4-3 Cincinnati. Due up for the New York Metropolitans. Cranepool, Harrelson, and Flynn to face Doug Capella. Hat high on his head. Cranepool's 0 for 1. He'll take. Capella deals. Strike. Oh, boy. Inside corner. Again, that looks like the outside corner that time, but 0-1 count. Let's see what Cranepool can do here. He awaits the Capella offering. Pitch inbound. And Cranepool rips a shot the other way. Left center field. Cranepool is digging. Oh, he thought about going for 3, but it's a leadoff double for Eddie Cranepool. Capella struggled in reality against left-handed batters. That's why Cranepool's in this lineup. As Robbie Wertberg reporting, it's turning into a slobber knocker. Bottom of the 7th, California 11, Minnesota 7. 4th Street baseball. So here's Bud Harrelson. He's going to drop down the sac bunt. He puts it down. Bench goes to first. Advancing to third is Cranepool. Morgan steps on the bag as he was covering on the wheel play. Tying run 90 feet away, and here's Doug Flynn. Flynn is 1 for 1. He singled up the middle. On deck is Swan. The pitch to Dougie Flynn. And he strikes out. Cannot put the ball in play, so it's up to Craig Swan, who's batting .244. He's knocked in 3 runs. Tying run at third, he's going to take. Inside corner ball. He's swinging away. Base hit! Swan helps his own cause. He goes to right center, and the Mets take the lead, so they give Swan the green light on the 1-0, and it's 4-4. Swan's at first. Bailey holding him on. And here's Lenny Randall. Randall has walked and singled. He's taking. Capella deals. Inside corner, strike 1. Randall chokes up just a little bit on the bat. Switch hitter batting righty. Bench goes through the signs. A quick nod of Capella's head. The windup and the pitch to Lenny Randall. And that's a fly ball. Carrying to left. Foster back, and he makes the catch, and he bangs into the wall. Oh boy, Lenny Randall gave it a ride, but just not enough oomph. But the Go-Go Metropolitans get a 2-out single from their beleaguered pitcher on the mound, and he ties the game at 4 as Cranepool scored. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 4-4 here at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. WKRP in Cincinnati. Due up the top of the order for the Reds, Rose, Morgan, and Griffey. To face Swan, he's thrown 66 pitches, good for 105. The pitch to Charlie Hustle. Fly ball to right. Vale moves over a little bit, waits for it. Oh, it's over his head! He misjudged that, that's for sure. And that's a double. Wow, I thought he was pretty nonchalant with that. So a leadoff double for Rose, and the Reds threatening to retake the lead after the Mets just tied it here in the bottom. In the top of the 4th, they're trying to retake it in the bottom of the 4th. Joe Morgan's 1 for 2. On deck is Griffey. Here's the pitch around to Morgan. And he does not chase. First and second, no outs. Here's Griffey. He's 0 for 1. He's flown deep to left and walked. Swan has to keep this ball down. The pitch from Swan to Griffey. And Rose steals third. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Double steal. Was that a failed hit and run? Double steal. Wow, the Reds really want this victory. Rose steals second. Morgan steals third. That's BS in my book. Let's watch that over. 70% chance. Okay. So Swan must be absolutely dreadful at holding on. 5. It's not horrible. Second and third, 4-4. We need a pop-up here. Swan in a pickle, that's for sure. Mets get their bullpen going. Here's the pitch to Griffey. Ground ball to Harrelson. Harrelson throws! They got Rose in a pickle! Did we get him out? What's going on here? Did we get him out? Yes! We nail Rose at the plate. Bud Harrelson, who is not on Pete Rose's Christmas card list. A hard hit ball on the turf. He fires to Grody. Rose tries to bowl over Grody. Grody meets him in the base paths and puts Rose on his tuchus. And Rose, you are out. Charlie Hustle turns and goes to the bench. Let's watch that over again. A hard hit ball. Harrelson, who hates Pete Rose, fires towards the plate, and a boom. Both Rose and Grody collide, but Grody put the hit on Rose, sends him down, and he is out. So 1 out, Morgan at second, Griffey at first, and here comes George Foster. 1 for 2. He singled in a run and popped to short. On deck is Bench. Can Swan get out of this and keep it a 4-4 game? As Todd B says, a rambling Rose. Here's the pitch to Foster. And that's a fly ball. Beauclair on the run. He makes the catch going towards the line. Morgan thought about tagging, but Beauclair with a quick release and a throw to Randall at third. So 2 outs. The Reds might have just ran themselves out of an inning. Todd B says Harrelson fired the ball at his head. Again, if you don't know, 1973, the heavily favored Reds would lose to the Mets in the National League Championship Series, and Rose and Harrelson had a brawl at second in which Harrelson kicked Rose's ass. Go back and watch the film. In my opinion, at least I thought Harrelson won that fight. And I like Pete Rose, I'm just saying. Here's Bench, he's 1 for 1. Bailey on deck. He has walked and doubled. Morgan represents the go-ahead run at second. Swan back up on the bump, picks up the sign from Grody. He needs to make a big pitch here to Bench. He rocks and deals to Johnny. And he walked him. Oh, God. And here comes Bob Bailey, who's knocked in 2 runs on a fielder's choice when he beat out a double play ball and a sac fly to right. On deck is Concepcion. Swan is struggling here. We need to get Bailey out. No place to put Bob. Morgan at third, Griffey at second, Bench at first. Grody goes through the signs. Swan, a bead of sweat coming down his head with a Tom Selleck mustache. The pitch to Bob Bailey. Fly ball. Beauclair coming in and left. He makes the catch, and the Mets get out of that misery. They finally put a goose egg up on the board. We go to the top of the 5th, knotted at 4. This is go-go Metropolitan Baseball, my friend. Robbie Wartburg gives a final from 4th Street Baseball. California beats Minnesota 12-7. We'll post image in Discord. Awesome sauce. So it's Beauclair, Grody, and Vail to face Doug Capella, 4-4 ball game, trying to get that 65th elusive win for the Metropolitans. They only won 64 games in 77. We've already hit 64, but we're stuck on it the past 3 games, and it's August 24th, 1977. Retro replay style using Action PC Baseball. Beauclair, sac bunt, and a single. The pitch to Beauclair. And Beauclair grounds it right side. Morgan with a diving stop, pops up from the turf, throws to Bailey, 1 away. So Beauclair is robbed of a second hit. Nuts. He'll have a few turf burns on his knees there, Mr. Morgan will. And here's Jerry Grody, the catcher. He's 1 for 2. He's grounded to the pitcher and singled, knocking in Randall. He's going to take. Capella deals. Ball 1. Grody with the green light. Here's Capella. The offering coming homebound. Base hit up the middle. Jerry Grody. Grody digging for 2. And a throw not in time. A hustle double for the Metropolitan catcher. He pops up, clapping and pointing to the bench. And here comes Mike Vail. They need Mike Vail to come up big here. He is 0 for 1. He has struck out and had a sacrifice fly that knocked in Beauclair from third. Come on, Mikey. Has a 6-game hitting streak. Green light right away. The pitch from Capella. Vail, ground ball. Concepcion. Grody's in a pickle. And Morgan will tag him out. So the Mets do their own brain fart base running like Rose did. And there are 2 outs. And Grody shaking. And Pete Rose had some words with Grody. Pete Rose had some words with Grody as he was going by him. And they were not exchanging pleasantries, that's for sure. These teams hate each other. So Vail's at first, and here's Lee Mazzilli, movie star handsome, 0 for 2. The pitch to Mazzilli. They throw over, Vail gets back. And a little pushing and shoving with Vail and Bailey now. It's getting quite chippy here at Riverfront Stadium. As Todd B said, Mets gonna poop to bed. Well, not yet. Mazzilli steps out of the box, now back in. Bench goes through the signs. Capella with a quick nod of his head, the high leg kick, and the pitch to Mazzilli. Mazzilli, ground ball right side. Bailey fields it, takes it to the bag himself. At least I think he did. And the side should be retired. And it is. Bottom of the 5th, knotted at 4, due up for the Reds. Bottom 3rd, Concepcion, Geronimo, and Capella to face Swan. He's thrown 89 pitches. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. He did finally put up a goose egg in the bottom of the 4th. Here's Concepcion 0 for 1. Geronimo on deck. Grody goes through the sign. Swan shakes him off. Now he's ready. The windup and the pitch to Davey Concepcion. And base hit to right center. Grody not happy about being shook off. The ball just really takes off on that turf. Flynn missed the ball. Maybe a better fielding second baseman might have gotten it. So Concepcion, the go-ahead run at first. Here's Geronimo. Capella on deck. Geronimo's 1 for 1. He's doubled and was intentionally walked to load the bases to get Capella out. Swan throws over to Cranepool. Concepcion back. Swan peeks to first. Now he's ready. He rocks and deals to Geronimo, hoping for the double play ball. There goes, and that is a base hit to right on a hit and run. And Concepcion goes racing around second to third, and it's first and third. No outs, and here's Doug Capella. Infield will move in. Infield in. The pitch to Capella. Grody has a word with Swan back behind the plate. Pitch homeward bound. Ground ball. Foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Infield in. The pitch. And he strikes out Capella. Double play ball gets him out of the inning. But here comes Pete Rose. Rose chirping at Grody. Grody chirping at Rose. The man in blue says, shut up, both of yous. Play ball. Remember that collision that Grody put Rose on his tuchus at the plate. Randy Luxembourg is in the ballpark. As he says, Maz does not compare with Kevin Kiermaier to movie star handsome. That's what they used to call Lee Mazzilli, movie star handsome. I remember. I'm pretty sure I remember that. All right, here's Rose. Thank you for joining us, Randy. And I think we're going to take a look at who we have available here for a pitching change. Okay, Nurse Teresa's entered the booth.
Hello.
Oh, my Lord. That is disgusting. Wow. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm not going to tell you what you just showed me, but that was pretty funny, and it was disgusting. Oh, boy. What nurses find humorous, and it's disgusting but funny. All right. So Nurse Teresa will now leave the booth.
Hello and good night to everyone.
Hello and good night to you too. I love you.
I love you too.
Do I get to steal a kiss?
Yes, you may.
All right. Thank you. All right. That was just wow. If I can somehow put that in Discord, I will. It's quite disturbing. It is funny. It was disturbing. Someone sneezing and something else happened. It was, yeah. All right, back to the ball game. Big moment here. We can go to Lockwood. Rose will switch. Actually, he'll stay lefty. Go to Bob Apodaca. Swan's just... We're going with Bob Apodaca. Here comes Bob Apodaca. Bob Apodaca will come in the game. So Bob Apodaca in the replay. 5 wins, 2 losses, 2 saves, 2.66. Swan is done. Just didn't have it today. In reality, Apodaca was 4 and 8 with 5 saves, 3.43. Comes into quite a pickle, has a quick word with Grody after his warm-up tosses. So Concepcion's at third, Geronimo's at first. And Rose at the plate. The pitch from Apodaca to Rose. There goes the runner. And throw to second. Safe chance, 76%. No, just hold the ball. And Geronimo steals second with no throw. So no double play now. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Concepcion at second, Geronimo now. Concepcion at third, Geronimo at second. Infield moves in. Apodaca rocks and deals to Rose. Fly ball, Mazzilli on the run. Left center, he makes the catch. That should be deep enough to score Concepcion, and it does. And the tag up and going to third is Geronimo, as Mazzilli and the animation doesn't match up, as his throw beat him by a mile. And it's 5-4, but there's 2 outs now. Morgan comes to the plate. Geronimo 90 feet away from the Reds' 6th run. Griffey on deck. The pitch to Little Joe Morgan. And he walked him. So he pitched carefully to Little Joe. And now it's first and third. Griffey strides to the plate. Foster on deck. Morgan 38 steals on the season. They throw over to first. And now it's 95% chance that he'll steal second. They throw over to first again. Back to 70. The fans are booing. Apodaca doesn't care. Again, Apodaca looks to first. Now he deals to Griffey. Ground ball right side and through. 6-4. Morgan, they might wave him around. Vale having trouble digging the ball out in the corner. Griffey going for 3 on the relay throw. Safe. Griffey clears the bases with a 2-out triple. It's now 7-4. Apodaca pitching like the girl from Ipanema. And it's 7-4. And here comes George Foster. The Mets pitching has just imploded. Here's the pitch around to Foster. And he expands the zone, pops it up right side. Flynn, you better catch it. Flynn waiting for it just on the edge of the infield turf. And he makes the catch, but the Reds plate 3. We go to the top of the 6th, 7-4. Capella gets the lead once again. He'll have to face Cranepool, Harrelson, and Flynn. Here's the pitch to Eddie Cranepool, 1 for 2. And Cranepool lines a shot to Bailey. And that's 1 out. Good reaction by that sloth Bob Bailey at first. Here's Bud Harrelson. He's going to take. Ball 1. Harrelson with the green light. Capella fires it in. Fly ball. Griffey coming in from right. Makes the catch, 2 down. And here's Dougie Flynn, 1 for 2. He awaits the Capella offering. Flynn swings. Ground ball right side. Bailey has it. Waves off Capella, steps on the bag, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Metropolitans in the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 7-4 Reds. Apodaca back up on the mound. He will face bench Bailey and Concepcion. Reds have a 7-4 lead. I don't know if we're ever going to win 65. As Randy Luxembourg singing along with the girl from Ipanema. Tall, tan, young, and lovely. Bench is 1 for 1. He has walked, doubled, and walked. The pitch from Apodaca. Let's see if Bench will expand the zone. Pitch around. And he sends a shallow fly ball to left. Beauclair coming in. 1 out. Apodaca deals quickly to Bob Bailey, who's over. Oh, Bob Bailey gets called back. Mike Lum will pinch hit. Lum batting 179, 5 homers, 9 ribbies. The pitch to the lefty, Mike Lum. Ground ball right side. Kranepool boots it. And Lum will go to second. The Mets are imploding. Should have been out number 2. So here's Geronimo on deck and Concepcion at the plate. Davies 1 for 2. Popped to short, walked, and singled. 7-4. Apodaca needs to close the door here. He rocks and deals to Concepcion. Ground ball left side. Harrelson diving stop from his knees, throws, and 1 bouncer to Kranepool. Out number 2. Lum stays put at second. Nice play by Buddy Harrelson. 2 outs. They're going to walk Geronimo. Here's Capella. Will Capella bat? Here's the pitch. He's going to bat. Capella, ground ball. Kranepool right side has it. Waves off Apodaca, steps on the bag, and the side is retired. The Reds strand 2. It's still 7-4. We go to the top of the 7th. The Go-Go Mets have to get on going. Clinton Parks is at the ballpark. I got to send you a Discord invite. I forgot. He says, baseball on the carpet. Yeah, that stinks. Randy Luxembourg. Hawaii 5-0, a.k.a. Mike Lum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Bob Apodaca will not hit. We'll bring up Steve Henderson, the worst 300 hitter I have ever managed in any sim, whether card and dice or PC. He never does anything for me. Here's the pitch to Steve Henderson from Capella. Henderson batting .303, 2 homers, 20 home runs, never a hit when it matters. And there he goes! A single to left center. All right, come on. We might get something going here. And here's Lenny Randle, 1 for 2. Capella, 97 pitches, good for 120. The pitch to Randle. Ground ball, Concepcion. Concepcion, dive from his knees to Morgan. But Henderson goes hard into second. They can't turn 2, but Concepcion just robbed Randle of his second hit. Lum's at first base now. He's 2 range. He's exactly as putrid as Bailey. So 1 out, 1 on. And it's Bruce Beauclair. Beauclair will take. Ball 1. Beauclair hit and run. There goes Randle. Grounder slowly hit. Concepcion behind the mound. Has it! Beauclair might have beat this out. Bang, bang, play. Please beat it out. Please beat it out. Please beat it out. Out. Bullshit. Oh, I call bullshit on that. Concepcion barehanded it. A lot of chirping from Beauclair, pointing, saying he beat it out, but they're not changing the call. 2 down, and here's Jerry Grody, 2 for 3. The pitch to the Metropolitan catcher. And that ball gets away from Bench, and Randle races to third. So Grody needs a little bippity-boppity boom here. 2 balls, 1 strike, hitter's count. Let's see what Capella does after the wild pitch. Randle takes his lead from third. Rose bluffs to third. Capella pays no attention to him. The windup and the pitch to Grody. Line shot to Lum. Unbelievable. 2-2s at first. We line out to them twice. Side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th. They play Take Me Out of the Ballpark. To the ball game, excuse me. I don't care if I ever go back for its root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Reds lead 7-4. Bottom of the 7th. Top of the order, Rose, Morgan, and Griffey. Will the Mets ever get the 65th win? It doesn't look so. Coming in to pitch for the Metropolitans. Wow. Well, I guess we're going to go with Siebert. Paul Siebert will come into pitch. He's usually a specialist. But I'm going to go with Siebert. Rose switches to righty. Rose is 2 for 2. And he's knocked in a few. Morgan's on deck. Siebert, lefty. 1-0 in the replay. 3.38. In actuality, 2-1, 3.86. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle. Ground ball. Harrelson ranging towards the second base bag. Quick release to Cranepool. 1 down. Here comes Joe Morgan. Lefty-lefty matchup. Siebert usually excels in this position. Lefty-lefty. Grody goes through the signs. A quick nod from Siebert. The leg kick and the pitch to Morgan. And that's a base hit to center. Mazzilli fields it and fires it back in. Pick-off throw over. Morgan just gets back. Now it's 91%. There's the pitch out. There goes Morgan. Grody throws down. And, of course, Morgan's safe, even with the pitch out. So Siebert must be horrible. Again, he's a 5-hole. That's not dreadful. Grody's a 6-arm. All right. So here it is. The pitch to Griffey. And he strikes him out. All right. 2 outs. Morgan's at second. Bottom of the 7th. Bench is a righty. Foster's a righty. We're going to go to our right-handed killer. Rick Baldwin. Rick Baldwin comes in. So here comes Rick Baldwin. Baldwin, 2 wins, 4 losses, 1 saves. He's really got his ERA down now. 3.8. In actuality, 1 win, 2 losses, 1 save, 4.45. Very tough against righties. The pitch to speak softly, carry a big boomstick, George Foster. Fly ball, shallow left, Beauclair coming in. Baldwin does his job once again. We go to the top of the 8th. The Mets trail by 3. Cincinnati 7, New York 4. Capella back up on the mound. 109 pitches, good for 120. He will face Vail, Mazzilli, and Cranepool. Vail is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Mike Vail. And Vail walks. The Mets need runners. They will take it. Sergio Diaz said the 77 Mets, they stink. Yes, I know. But I love them, and I'm playing the replay. We've already reached 64 wins in mid-August. We haven't gotten 65 yet. They only had 64 wins on the entire season. So, and Pedro Barbone comes in. So they finally relieve Capella. Pedro Barbone in the replay, 6-10 with 15 saves, 3.46. In actuality, 10-5 with 18 saves, 3.19. He's a right-handed thrower. Mazzilli will turn around and bat lefty. He throws strikes. There's the hit and run. The pitch. Mazzilli swings and misses, and Vail is out. Oh, nuts. Drag bunt attempt. Foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Barbone does not field his position well. Drag bunt attempt again. Bench lets it go foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mazzilli chokes up a bit on the bat. Barbone looks in viciously at Mazzilli. Picks up the sign from bench. The violent wind-up and the pitch to movie star handsome Lee Mazzilli. Ground ball right side. Morgan ranges to his right. Throws the lum. 2 down. Failed hit and run by the Metropolitans. As Sergio Diaz says, that's the true miracle. 64 wins in August. I don't think we're going to get 65. We just... it all changed when Felix Millan went out for the year, which actually ended his career, I think someone told me. He never played again. Shoulder injury. It just messed up the way we played. He was a great hit-and-run guy. Here's Eddie Cranepool. The pitch from Barbone to Cranepool is 1 for 3. And that shot is deep to center. Geronimo on the run, and he makes the catch. And the side is retired. Bottom of the 8th, 7-4 Reds. It looks like that 65th win will once again slip through the Metropolitans' fingers. Johnny Bench 1 for 2. Baldwin back up on the bump. He rocks and deals to Bench. Line shot to Randall, one away. Good reaction by Randall. And here comes Mike Lum, a.k.a. Hawaii 5-0, brought to you by our good friend Randy Luxembourg. Baldwin will deal to the lefty. The pitch to Lum. Ground ball slowly hit to short. Harrelson charges to his left. Quick release. Kranepool with the stretch. Bang, bang, play at first. Out! Yes, my God. Delayed call by the man in blue. So 2 down. And here's Davey Concepcion, 1 for 3. Baldwin works quickly. As the lefty Geronimo's on deck. The pitch to Davey. Fly ball. Right center, Vail on the run, reaches out, makes the catch. We go to the top of the 9th, 7-4. The Mets need 3 to tie and more to take the lead. It looks like we will not get win 65 early this morning. So here's Bud Harrelson. He's 0 for 1. And we will go to the bench. And it would be Johnny Milner. Johnny Milner will pinch hit for Bud Harrelson. Here's John Milner, 233, 6 homers, 47 ribbies. Bench has a quick word with Bourbon. How to deal with the pinch hitter. Now back behind the plate. Bourbon. High leg kick and the pitch to Johnny Milner. Milner ground ball, right side. Lum has it, takes it to the bag himself. 1 out. Mets 2 outs away from another defeat as we're approaching 500 once again. Mets currently 64 and 61. That looks like that will only be for another 2 outs. The Reds looking for their 68th victory. Here's the pitch to Doug Flynn, 1 for 3. And Flynn walks. Good job by Dougie. Gives the Mets some hopes here. And Rick Baldwin, who did great work. Baldwin's really been big in the pen. And they'll call Rick Baldwin back for Ronnie Hodges. And here comes Ronnie Hodges. We have 3 catchers on this team. I like that. And Hodges batting .257, 4 home runs, and 25 ribbies. Hodges in the replay against right-handed pitching, though. And actually only batting .259. So, in reality, .273. So, hopefully we're more towards that .273. Here's the pitch to Hodges. They're playing behind Flynn at first. And that's a base hit to right center. So, Hodges gets the base hit to right center. Flynn will hold at second. Only a 55% chance. And you know how the computer hoses me. So, here come the Mets. Tying run at the plate and Lenny Randall. And it's an uneasy feeling going on here. Terry Joseph says, "Go Reds." How you doing, Terry? Reds 2 outs away from a victory. Mets not going down quietly. Here's Lenny Randall. Randall's going to take. Bourbon fires it in. That's a ball. Randall will take again. Bourbon fires it in. That's a strike. Randall says, "Where was that?" Looks in the same spot. So 1-1 count. Flynn at second. Hodges at first. Randall the tying run at the plate. Beauclair on deck. Bourbon. Sweat beating down his forehead. Warm Cincinnati night, a bit muggy. Nods his head, bench sets the target. Pitch homeward bound to Lenny Randall. And he walks! Bases are juiced! The go-go Mets have not gone quietly. And here's Bruce Beauclair. Beauclair has 1 grand slam on the season, currently batting .382, 6 home runs, and 38 ribbies. On deck, Jerry Grody. Beauclair will take. Bourbon pours in the pitch. Strike. Beauclair wonders where it was. 0-1. Flynn at third. Hodges at second. The tying run, Lenny Randall at third. Go-ahead run, Bruce Beauclair at the plate. Bourbon violently rubbing up that baseball. Trying to choke it to do what it's supposed to do. Bench pounds the mitt. Sets the target. The pitch to Bruce Beauclair. Moment of truth. Beauclair. Fly ball. Left center, Geronimo makes the catch. Flynn will tag up and score. As Geronimo sends the ball to third, and it's now 7-5. But there are 2 outs. Tying run still at first and Lenny Randall. Ronnie Hodges at second. Jerry Grody, who struggles mightily, against right-handed pitching. No, David Kingman was gone a long time ago. As once again, we make our own lineups and pitching rotations and use the pitchers the way we want, but we use actual transactions and actual rosters. So Dave Kingman, when trades are made, the players are gone. That's what I said when I lost Felix Millan. It just killed the way I play. We haven't won since. I think we've only won one game or two. So Jerry Grody will be called back. And we're going to go with John Stearns, our third catcher. He's actually the starting catcher. So here comes John Stearns. Stearns, 259, 10 homers, 54 ribbies. If he goes bippity-boppity boom, the Mets take the lead. Lockwood is warming in the pen just in case. Bourbon trying to close it here. Tying run at first and Lenny Randall. Hodges at second. Here's the pitch to John Stearns. Ground ball up the middle. Concepcion has it. Fires to Lum at first, and the ball game is over. The Mets' 65th win escapes them once again. They lose 7-5 in a heartbreaker. They have the tying runs on board in the ninth. Bourbon will get the save. Capella the win. And a very ineffective Craig Swan for the Metropolitans, the loss. Another tough loss for the Go-Go Metropolitans. Ouch. And we will bring up the box score in a moment and then call it a stream. That was painful. I'm never going to get the 65th win. All right, screen will go black for a moment, and then we'll have the stat report up. And there it is. Another tough loss. As Clinton Park says, not for the lack of trying. No, they're fun to manage. They're fun to manage. Swan is now a 500 pitcher, 7-7. He went a putrid 4 1/3, 8 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. Walked 6, struck out 3. Apodaca went an inning and 2/3, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, walked 2. Siebert went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit but no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. And Baldwin, Siebert and Baldwin, we found something in that combination. Together they actually make a good reliever. One's good against lefties, the other good's against righties. And Baldwin went an inning and a third, clean slate. No hits, no runs, no walks, no Ks. Capella gets the win. He's at 500. He's 4-4. 7 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, 2 Ks. Bourbon picks up his 16th save. It was a 2-inning save. He did give up a hit, loaded the bases. He only gave up 1 run, though. He walked 2, struck out none. So Bourbon gets by the skin of his teeth. Here's the batting. Lenny Randall 1 for 3, now batting .366, scored a run, walked twice. Beauclair 1 for 3, scored a run, knocked in 2, now batting 3, still batting .382. Grody 2 for 4 with a ribby, batting .342. Stearns 0 for 1, the pinch hitter, batting .258. Vail 0 for 2, had a ribby on a sac fly, walked and struck out, average drops to .335. Mazzilli struggling now, 0 for 4, .271. Cranepool 1 for 4 with a run scored and a double, .322. Harrelson 0 for 1 with a walk, .199. Johnny Milner, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1, .233. Doug Flynn 1 for 3, scored 2 runs, walked and struck out, batting .180. Craig Swan was 1 for 1, he knocked in a run. He hit better than he pitched, that's for sure. He's batting .262. Apodaca pitched, did not hit. Steve Henderson, the worst 300 hitter ever, actually singled in a pinch hitting performance, batting .307. Siebert, Baldwin, pitched, did not hit. Ronnie Hodges, pinch hit single, now batting .262. He's 1 for 1. The Mets, 29 at-bats, 5 runs, 9 hits, 5 ribbies, 5 walks, 2 Ks, 2 doubles. But their pitching lets them down once again. Pete Rose, who got into a scuffle at home when he got knocked down by Grody on a foobar brain fart base running play, was 2 for 3 with a run scored, 2 ribbies, batting .289. Morgan, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, 2 walks and a strikeout, .259. Griffey, 1 for 4, a run scored, 2 ribbies, a walk and a K, .318. Foster 1 for 5 with a ribby, .310. Bench 1 for 3, 2 walks, and a double, 298. Bailey 0 for 2 with 2 ribbies on a fielder's choice and a sac fly, batting 213. Lum pinch hit for him and went into first. He was 0 for 2, batting 175. Concepcion 1 for 4 with a run scored and a walk, 249. Geronimo 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, 2 walks, and a double, 314. Capella, the pitcher, 0 for 3, struck out twice, batting .034. And Pedro Barbon got the save. He pitched and not hit. The Reds pick up their 68th victory with 31 at-bats, 7 runs, 10 hits, 7 ribbies, 8 walks. 8 walks is god-awful. 4 Ks, 3 doubles, and a triple. And a partridge in a pear tree. Player of the game, let's look at that. Player of the game, Pete Rose. He had the game-winning RBI. The Mets left 7 runners on base, the Reds 12. So both teams had plenty of opportunities, and the Reds cashed in on more, thus the 7-5 victory. And the recap. Reds scored in the first 2 runs as they sent 7 batters to the plate. Foster singled in Rose. Bailey beat out a double play ball, 2-0 Reds. The Reds got 1 more in the second. Pete Rose, sac fly, scored run number 3. The Mets would send 7 batters to the plate and tie it up in the top of the third. Beauclair singled scoring Flynn, 3-1 Reds. Grody singled scoring Randall, 3-2 Reds. And Vail hit a sac fly, 3-3. Well, that didn't last for long, as the Mets in the top of the fourth, the Reds in the bottom of the third, would retake the lead 4-3 as Bailey hit a sac fly, knocking in his second run. The Mets would tie it up in the top of the fourth when Soan singled, knocking in the runner from third, and it was 4-4. That didn't last because in the bottom of the fifth, the Reds sent 7 batters to the plate, scoring 3 runs on 3 hits and a walk. Rose, sac fly, made it 5-4. Griffey tripled, clearing the bases, and that made it 7-4. The Mets would make things interesting in the top of the ninth as they would score 1 run on a hit and 2 walks. They had the bases loaded, but only could produce fruit once. Beauclair, sac fly, 7-5. But then Bourbon finally closed the door, and that's the final score, 7-5. Capella got the win. He's 4-4. Bourbon gets the save. That's his 16th. And Craig Swan, to say politely, pitched poorly. That's for sure. Picks up the loss. He's 7-7. So both pitchers at 500, but going in different directions. And that's the way it was, and that's the way it is. So I'd like to thank everyone who joined us. Thank you to Clinton Parks, Todd B., Jake Cruz, Terry Joseph, Sergio Diaz, Randy Luxembourg, Robbie Wartburg, Brandon Lackey, still looking for Ed Luther, Craving. You really got to change your name, dude, but I get it. It's a joke. And that's it. Thank you. Oh, Dave Gardner. So thank you very much. Till next time, health and happiness. Maybe we'll get the 65th win next time. Who knows? The Mets are 64-62. All right. Health and happiness. God bless. You know what's coming, folks. Peace. Love you all.